Dolly Parton is one of the most well known and prolific figures to come from country music. She greatly impacted the country music industry and used her platform to better the world. Dolly became a legend because of her talent, but also because she brought stories about women to the forefront. Dolly released her first single in 1959 at the age of 11. The industry at the time Dolly began was completely male dominated, but now, present day Dolly has a net worth of what is predicted to be over $500 million, according to Christine Dixon. She is also the highest paid country singer in the world. With this title, she influenced many artists we know and love today. Famous performers like Olivia Newton John, Emmylou Harris, Whitney Houston, and Linda Ronstadt have all done renditions of Dolly's work. One of the pieces Dolly is most known for is her work in the movie 9 to 5. Before the 1980 comedy premiered, Dolly Parton was recruited for the film by American actress Jane Fonda. When Fonda first approached her, Dolly responded, "Well, this is a great opportunity, but I'll only do it if I can write the theme song." While she was on set for the movie, Dolly started to put the pieces together for the song, and she used her nails to keep the beat. A few months later, the movie was released, and Dolly's song sat at number one on the Billboard Hot 100 chart a year later in 1981, with her nails listed as an instrument.
I got to get one more of your big hits in here, 9 to 5, of the story of being on the set of the movie that, of course, you were starring in, and having to write this song, but not being able to really sort of play your guitar and do all the things you'd normally do, and tapping it out a little bit on a desk or something.
No, I did it on my fingernails.
On the
Can you hear
nails.
that? Yeah, I don't know if you can hear that or not. Can you hear that?
Sure.
Anyway, it sounded like a typewriter, and I didn't have my guitar because I didn't want to get too scattered because we were trying to stay in the mood, and they were doing lights and all that. So I would just look around and I would just get ideas watching whatever was going on the set. So it was about women in the workplace. So I would just kind of do my, I tumble out of bed and stumble to the kitchen, or working 9 to 5, and I would just kind of play my little fingers, go back to the hotel at night, write down the words, or get my guitar and start singing it. But that's kind of how that all works. And then I played my nails on the real record just for fun, because all the girls got a kick out of me singing it to them, going around. Even Jane and Lily to this day, every time they see me, they start.
This movie kickstarted Dolly's female empowerment because Parton's song and the film are both inspired by women's activist organizations. Throughout her career,
I got to get one more.
Dolly has consistently received negative comments about the way she looks. She has experienced constant misogyny, and instead of letting these men put her down, she will always fight back. This empowered women everywhere to do the same in their lives. The very few women in the country music industry before Dolly were very conservative in their styles and way of life, but Dolly used her uniqueness and confidence to redefine femininity for the future generations of country music. Dolly embodies women empowerment in both the music industry and in the business world, using her brain and talent to break down gender roles. She created the famous Dollywood Amusement Park and Foundation in 1985, which ultimately contributed to her hometown's economy and scholarships for her community's high school students. According to Chet Filippo, her Imagination Library, which gives a monthly free book to children from birth to age 5, has distributed over 100 million books. She also completely funds the Dolly Parton Center for Women's Services in Seaverville. And if that wasn't enough, Dolly was also the leading donor for the Moderna vaccine. In early 2020, she successfully donated $1 million to Vanderbilt University, which worked with the drug manufacturer Moderna to develop the successful coronavirus vaccine. There is literally no reason to not love Dolly Parton. She has one of the most famous rags to riches stories that resonates with a lot of her fans because of her obvious grit. Dolly Parton used her platform to light the spark for strong women in the country music world, and her wealth to give different groups in the world opportunities they wouldn't have had without her. She fully deserves the title of an icon for all that she has done and will continue doing for humanity.